Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and the topic of today's video is what if I never called a lawyer before? What can I expect? Should I call? How does it go? So, I spoke with a lady who had a work injury, and she was very, I don't know if I would say nervous. Maybe she was nervous, and but she was a nice person. She told me the truth. She told me she had never called a lawyer before. She had heard bad things about lawyers. She didn't want a lawyer to send her a big bill just for a phone call. She didn't know if she had enough money to pay a lawyer to help her with her work injury case. And she was just generally, she had heard bits and pieces about how all this stuff works, but it gave her a lot of anxiety and worry, just the idea of calling a lawyer, right? And, I told her, listen, my favorite clients have usually been people who don't call lawyers all the time, who never talked to a lawyer before, never had an injury case before, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I told her, listen, here's what you got to know about an injury case, or any other kind of case for that matter. First, a lawyer's not supposed to be charging you any money on the telephone unless they tell you they're going to charge you money, okay? And I always offer a 100% free consultation. So I am never going to charge you money for talking to me on the telephone, right? That's number one. Number two, you don't pay me while I'm working on your case. So you never pay me out of your pocket. I only get paid if I win for you, which means an offer you accept or a verdict at trial, right? It's the only way I get paid. If I don't get you money, I don't get paid. So you're never going to get a bill from me or any out-of-pocket charges or anything like that, right? The other thing is, hiring and talking to a lawyer is supposed to reduce your stress. So if you're talking to a lawyer on the telephone who doesn't want to answer your questions, doesn't want to hear what's going on, is sharp with you, is rude to you, then you're talking to the wrong lawyer, okay? You need to talk to a lawyer who will actually let you get a word out of your mouth before they tell you it's a good case, it's a bad case, right? But also beware of the flatterer who, once they discover it's a case, tell you, oh, you're going to get so much money, it's $1 million, you're going to get so much money on this case. A lot of times they're doing that just to get you to sign on the dotted line, right? Once you sign up, they have a claim to some money at the end of your case. So that's the way some guys do it. I do the Honest Abe thing. For me, I tell people the truth. And it's a very, very rare person who you give them rough news, you give them bad news, and they, are mad at you about it. I've definitely had people who we discover something that's really, really rough on their case, and they get, they do get angry, and they're, but by the end of the conversation, they say, you know what, thanks for letting me know, I understand, People, if you're an adult person in this crazy world we live in, you're used to bad news. You've gotten bad news before. And, nothing that exists in this world is perfect and pristine, right? Everybody's got their lumps. Every case has its wrinkles. I'm not going to, God knows I'm not a quitter. I fight some very tough cases that other lawyers don't take, and they make fun of me for taking them. One guy told me all of my cases are hobbies, so I don't know, maybe I put too much of myself into the cases. Maybe I should focus on just making money. I don't know. It's not in my DNA, I guess. Don't get me wrong, I do this for a living to make money, but sometimes if there's a bully, you got to fight the bully, even if there's not an immediate payday in it, right? So anyway, very nice lady, and I told her, based on what you've told me, you definitely have a case and you have nothing to worry about. And guess what happened next? I offered to represent her, and she wanted to think about it, and she apologized. She said, oh, you're so nice, I really like you, but I I just want to think about it. And I surprised her. She's like, I know you're going to be mad at me because I don't want to sign up with you. I'm like, no. I'm not mad at you. You take as long as you need to think about it. And if you hire me, great. If you don't want to hire me, I think it's a mistake based on what you're telling me is going on with the company. But it's your case, it's your life. If you don't want to hire me or another lawyer, that's your decision. It's against my advice. And I think your instincts are right. I think the people at your company are maneuvering you into a bad spot. They're kind of painting you into a corner, and your instincts kicked in, and that's what motivated you to call. But and we had a very nice end to the conversation, and we parted as friends. So I spent 20-25 minutes on the phone with somebody. She thanked me and said, this wasn't anything like I thought it was gonna be. It was just a nice conversation, and you're very nice, and thank you for letting me tell my story, and thank you for the advice. And we parted as friends. I put her on my newsletter list, so she's going to get a Christmas card from me this winter. Nice lady, and she'll think about it. Maybe she'll hire me, maybe she won't. But I did my good deed for a day. I took a lady who was really nervous about her case, and even more nervous about talking to a lawyer, and she found out that the phone call was actually really nice. It wasn't stressful. And now she has less stress and worry about her case too, because she got to tell her story and I got to give her some answers. So the moral of the story is, I'm not going to lie to you, there's some high pressure, get to the point kind of lawyers out there, but there are some good guys out there, gals out there, who are going to let you tell what happened, and they're going to tell you what they think, and they're not going to twist your arm to hire them or send you a bill or anything like that. That's what free consultation means. So if you or anyone you know is considering talking to a lawyer, but they're nervous about it or worried about it, you can call me anytime, day or night, for free at 312-500-4500. I never charge a fee, and I promise it's going to be a nice phone call. I promise the way I talk on these videos, I occasionally use a legal phrase, but the way I talk on these videos is the way I talk to people. I'm a normal person. I had a job since I was 13 years old, and I put myself through school, and I grew up lower working class, and I got friends who are rich, and I got way more friends who live paycheck to paycheck, so, and everything in between. So I went to Chicago public schools. I'm a normal guy, right? Now I went to college and got a law degree, blah blah, fancy, but I'm a normal guy. So and part of my job is talking to people, so I'm happy to do it. So if you have a situation you're worried about, just give me a call, 312-500-4500. We'll wrap it up there. If you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, I have those two really cool tools on my website. One is the case cash calculator. The other one is the good case calculator. Literally takes you 10-15 seconds to answer the questions, and you end up with custom information tailored to your situation. Did I say that right? It's custom information tailored to your situation. I did say it right. All without talking to a lawyer, free and no obligation. Links in the description. One is called the Case Cash Calculator, tells you what your case might be worth. The other one is the Good Case Calculator, tells you whether you might have a good case or whether you might have a case that has some challenges. So check them out, links in the description. I've got well over 200 videos on my YouTube channel explaining how injury cases work. Check that out. And if you want to subscribe to be notified when I shoot videos and release them, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon and set it to notification all, so that anytime I release a video you're aware of it. And what else? If you enjoy my videos, you enjoy the advice I give, if you enjoy the information I give, you enjoy the tools, the book, the CD, the cheat sheet, competitive market for personal injury attorneys, and that's what I do for a living. I represent injured people who are injured in an accident. Could be a work accident, car crash, truck, dog bite, bar fight, you name it. Medical malpractice, nursing home abuse. If it's an injury that's wrongfully caused, I handle it. People rely on Google reviews a lot to decide what lawyer to hire, and so this is how you can help me out. If you appreciate the information or the information I provide or any of the free tools, or if you've ever had a consult with me and you'd like to do me a favor, I'd really appreciate it. Give me a 5-star review on Google. I'm going to leave the link in the description. All you do is go to that page on your phone, tablet, or computer, click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. Just like that, you're done. But you've done me a favor that I really appreciate and I'll never forget. Okay? So, if you wouldn't mind doing that, I'd really appreciate it. But if there's anything I can do for you, if you have any questions or anyone you know has an injury situation that they need representation on, I'd really appreciate it. I'd appreciate the referral. You can just call me at 312-500-4500, or you can call me direct at the office, 312-895-0545, and hit extension 1. Either way, I'd be happy to hear from you, and I'll help you any way I can, okay? Hope you and the family are well. Take care. Have a great day.